If you've ever achieved a big goal, but you arrived there completely exhausted, spent without even energy to celebrate that win, I don't really call it a win. I call it a failure. And today I want to share with you a magical story and a practice that I received at a very, very special place, at a sacred place called Merlin's Forest. And I will share my perspective with you on how we as women can achieve big and brave goals for ourselves, and in the process of that achievement actually expand our energy, feel more vibrant, feel more healthy, and take care of our bodies, take care of our spirit. And once we actually reach the goal, to feel that we even have more energy and more power. Watch this video until the end, because there will be a remarkable conclusion to the magical story I will share with you. And I will also share with you a meditation practice that I was given in this magical place that you can use for the rest of your life to help yourself ground your intentions and to prepare your body for achieving big and great things in your life. So generally, there are two ways women try to achieve great things or to manifest their desires. The one we started with is through sheer willpower. When you envision your goal, you understand what you want to do, you commit, and through very, very disciplined action, you just work your way towards that big achievement. And I love this process. I love discipline, and I love achieving big and great things, committing to big challenges and projects, for one caveat. If through your commitment and through your discipline, you have to sacrifice your resourcefulness, your femininity, and your joy for life, that's not really the path I'm willing to take anymore. Because for the first part of my life, for sure, that this is how I accomplish things. With my background in finance, with my first career in a hedge fund, I really learned the power of will and the power of discipline. And it brought me incredible results, financial success, and great social standing. But what I realized that with that kind of lifestyle, with this, I would even say, masculine approach to goal fulfillment, I was feeling more and more disconnected with my feminine essence. And I wanted to find a way where I could reach and achieve big, audacious goals, and also not pay for it with my joy and my pleasure and my zest for life. If you feel a similar dilemma, please share with me how long have you been feeling it, and what has your solution been so far to it. Because now I will share with you my solution. For many years, I went on a soul search, and I studied Christianity, and I studied Buddhism, and I studied Vedic tradition, and I studied a lot of mystical teachings to understand how can I bring my imagination, my imagined life into physical reality. And that's how I found the second extreme to the willpower. And that is manifestation. And I live on a very special island of Bali, and this is one of the greatest practices here that people come to do here from all over the world. And this practice is rooted in the belief that it is enough for you to sit, to visualize, and to meditate on that, and the universe as a genie will come and will just deliver everything that you want at your doorstep or at your feet. And perhaps it's the movies like The Secret that made this approach so popular. However, as I was understanding the universe, myself, my soul's path, and my role in this universe, I came to the conclusion that we don't really come to this physical reality, to this world of form and matter, to just fulfill our wishes through this kind of practice. Because if that was the purpose of living, then we would not have to leave the place where our soul resides. We would not have to leave our celestial home to come just for everything to magically appear before us. So there must be another reason why the soul descends to this human form, takes on this body, comes into this reality with, so to speak, lower vibration and density. And if the reason was for us to just simply sit here and get everything we want from our imagination, I just think it kind of doesn't make sense. In my spiritual explorations, I came to the conclusion that we come to this plane of existence to actually grow our personal will and to learn to work with matter. So many years ago, I began to experiment. Well, how much of the will is needed? How much of my imagination and intention setting and connecting to higher forms of energies, to higher currents? What is that dance between the subtle and the physical, between my soul and this body and this matter? And that's how I came to the middle. And in many high teachings and mystery schools, the middle way is always considered the golden path. So what is the golden path? It is when you find a way to bring forth your will, your empowerment, and work with this physical matter, but without struggling, without pushing, without disciplining yourself to the point of losing this beautiful experience and connection to the moment of now. And because I love traveling around the world and connecting through sacred sites to high realms, I have recently taken a journey to England, Scotland, and northwestern France. And this was a journey to discover and connect to Avalon. I visited 34 sacred sites in 2.5-week trip, and it has been incredible, empowering. I've connected to angels and I've connected to guardians of different places like Glastonbury. And I will share with you one of the incredible stories that happened to me. And that was after I've done the England and Scotland parts of the journey and came to France. So I woke up very early that morning. I slept for about 4 hours and I woke up in Inverness and got to the airport around 6 and flew to Paris, where I was met by two of my great friends. And we drove for about 5 hours to Brittany, this northwestern part of France that is also deeply connected to Druid traditions. And as we arrived there, it was about 8 in the evening. I feel like I need to wind down, but our journey has just begun. So our friend Julia brought us to this place called Borselliant Forest. They also call this place Merlin's Forest. And as we entered the forest, there was a very interesting character, like a minstrel playing a beautiful music. And we felt like this was very auspicious that we came. As we were about to start walking in the forest, I saw a big oak tree and I came and I connected to this tree and I introduced ourselves and I asked the guardian of the forest to meet us, to welcome us and guide us for the experience that our souls brought us there to experience. And perhaps also to have an opportunity to serve that place through our presence, through our prayers and meditation, perhaps later some kind of an action that we could take. As I was connecting to this sacred site, I felt a strong pull to walk to the left, but all I saw was some stones laying and they were going up and they were just different broken stones. And the path seemed to go to the right, but I had this very, very strong sense that we need to go to the left and we need to go up. And I looked at my friend who recently had an accident and she was still a little bit shakily walking, and I asked her, "Are you okay to walk up the stones?" And she said, yeah, if you feel we need to go this way, we will go. So we start climbing the stones and slowly we rise up above the forest and we come about 10 minutes later to this beautiful opening. I will put a picture here. And it's like this breathtaking view and the sun is beginning to come down. It's marvelous, it's magnificent. And I tell two of my friends that we should sit here and meditate. So we sit down, my friends are sitting next to the stone, and I'm sitting in front of them, and I close my eyes and I connect to this place, and I hear the voice of Merlin. Before I hear the voice, I actually feel this powerful presence of something so mystical and magical and expansive and extremely accepting and loving. That's Merlin's presence that I was experiencing there. And then I heard his voice, and it was the first time in my life that I've ever connected to Merlin. And even though by that time I've done about 25 places of power and sacred sites of the Druid lineage in England and Scotland, still it was the first time Merlin came and gave me a message. And he began sharing with me the meaning of the standing stones and how different druid sites were constructed for different purposes. And then he asked me, what is the difference between a wizard and a magician? And if you have an answer to that question, please share in the comments. And if one of you gives the correct answer, I will share something else that he told me in that meeting that was truly unique and truly special. And now let's move to the meditation that Merlin had shared with me. And I call it the spark of the soul. It can be a very strong feeling, desire that I want to experience in this life. It could be I want to have a child, or I want to have a relationship, or I want to build a business, or I want to write a book, or I want to create a project that will help other people. And all of our dreams and all of our wishes and all our discipline is rooted in that first initial spark that comes from our highest self that wants to experience something in this realm, in this material form. So we will use that spark as the beginning of meditation. And you can envision it as like a small drop of shining pearl. You can imagine as a drop of water that is also shining, or you can visualize it as a small seed, but that is also full of life, full of potential, full of light that wants to come to this realm and wants to grow into something physical and abundant. So sit comfortably. You can sit on a chair, or you can sit in a half lotus pose. Just important that your spine is really straight, that you're reaching with the top of your head into the sky, like you can move your neck a little bit and make sure it's not compressed, that your shoulders are not compressed, and try to feel that your lower chakra is a little bit pushing towards the earth, and while your highest chakra is reaching for the sky, and that makes your spine stretch out. When your spine is straight, it becomes like a column of energy that you're able to receive this energy from the subtle realm and to actually expand that energy into your physical field. So as you sit comfortably, close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, letting go all thoughts of future and past. And bring all your consciousness to the present moment. You're here now. And we're going to plant the new seed of creation, the new spark from your soul into your body, so then you can manifest it in physical reality through joyful effort, without having to discipline harshly yourself, without losing your vitality, without sacrificing anything for your big dream or your big goal. So put your attention into your 7th chakra, which is about 10 centimeters above your crown. and make a conscious connection to that point. And now feel that there is a very thin but shining stream of light that you can perceive, not just imagine, but try to even feel that stream of light, almost like a piece of thin fabric that is full of light, that is vibrating with light, going up to the dimension where your soul resides, and connecting to that subtle realm. Imagine a small seed, a spark of your soul that wants to come into your physical reality. It doesn't matter if you know what it is exactly yet. It's enough that you know that the soul wants to bring her spark into yourself, into your personality, into your body, and into your outward reality. But if you do have the vision for it, it's great. You can see that as this bright intention, this bright spark, this bright new seed for your life. And now with inhale, feel that the seed of light, the spark of your soul, comes slowly through that sparkling thread into your crown chakra. Almost feel like you're pulling it. Pulling it into the 7th chakra, your crown. With each breath in, you pull it, and with breath out, you stabilize it. You ensure that it is there in place. It's not going anywhere. So we do 3 breaths and bring it to our crown chakra. From the home of our soul to our body of light, our 7th chakra. And on the 3rd breath, you should feel and see that this small seed has been planted. Now place your attention to your 3rd eye. It's an area between your ears and your front and back of your head. It's in the center of your head, on the same line along your spine as the crown chakra. And now with our inhale, we pull the seed to the 3rd eye. And with exhale, we make sure it stays there. We stabilize it in that place. 3 breaths in and out. And we envision the seed of light, the spark of our soul, taking root in our 3rd eye. And with that, you may be able to actually grasp what is that spark of your soul. What does it want to experience? What does it want to manifest? Now we go to our throat chakra. And this is our center of creative expression of our truth. And now we bring the seed of light into our throat. Slowly, slowly travels the same channel, the same thread that is vibrating with light. And as we bring it with each inhale, we may feel that this small seed of light is becoming more dense as it goes from third eye to the throat. Then we put our awareness to the heart center, Anahata. And we pull the seed of light, the spark of creativity, the spark of our soul into the heart. With each breath, pull it down slowly, and with each exhale, you root it in your heart. And you may begin to feel what is it that your soul wants to experience as a feeling, as an emotion with that seed of creation, with that new spark she's sending you. Or you may even feel a shift of emotional field. It could be very subtle. Observe it and welcome it with this new seed. And now we go to the third chakra, 2 fingers below your navel. Put your attention there. And that is your center of will. Will is a lot more dense in this realm than the spark of the soul, the original. So as you bring the seed from your heart center into the will, feel how it's becoming even more dense. It's connecting and taking root and beginning to feel the power of our will, and also empowering our will. With each breath, pull it down. With each exhale, root it in the third chakra. And now we put our attention to the second chakra. It is 2 fingers above our tailbone. And we pull the seed of new creation even lower, making it even more dense, even more real in our body. Second chakra is our life force, our creative energy. It's our pleasure and sexuality. And if it serves the highest self, this is when we experience life as incredible joy, pleasure, sensuality, and creative expansion. So now root this seed in the second chakra. And now we connect to our first chakra, the bottom of our tailbone. This chakra is the most connected to our physical body, to all the mechanisms, automatic programming that helps us either survive or flourish in this human form. And by bringing this light from our soul, we enlighten that center on one hand, and on another hand, we make it even more dense and we root it. So our highest self is coherent with our mental body, emotional body, physical body, and energy body through that integration and taking root in all of our 7 primary centers. Feel how dense this little seed is. And now slowly travel with your attention from the first chakra to the second, to the third, and observe this dense seed of light, the spark of your soul that has taken root there. And now let's go to the heart center, and to the throat, and to the third eye, and to the crown. And envision it as the same seed, but on different levels of creation, different levels of density, that it has taken root. And by this practice, we brought ourselves into coherence, that all our bodies begin to play as a synchronized team to bring that spark of the soul to life, to our physical reality. Take a few more deep breaths and remember that feeling of attunement, of coherence, of deep trust that if the spark came from the soul, that it is valid and that it has the support of your highest self. How do you know that this meditation has been done really well and completed? You will have a lot of energy for action. You may have inspiration, and this discipline, the discipline that is often required for something big to happen in your life, will come naturally, will come effortlessly, will come from joy, and it will feel more like flow rather than discipline, rather than being hard on yourself and being very, very restrictive with what you do. The best case scenario that you go from this meditation and do one or two small steps towards that manifestation. And the real test is when you wake up tomorrow and day after tomorrow, you find the necessary time to do the things that are needed to be done for your goal, for your dream to be fulfilled. And it doesn't feel like hard work. If it feels like hard work, go back to this meditation, do it a few more times before you get that feeling, oh, I am so inspired, I just can't wait to do this. Even though some things can be challenging, but this is the spark of my soul. I really want to make it happen. And if you enjoyed this meditation and if you felt something special, please share it with a friend who you know would really, really enjoy it. The most magical detail of the story that I found out at the end of this channel that I discovered after this incredible vision and talking with Merlin and receiving this initiation in his sacred forest was something my friend Julia shared after we actually left the site. My friend Julia, who brought us there, asked me, do you know what this place is called? I said, no, I'm here in this forest for the first time in my life, and I had no expectations, and normally I don't have any strong knowledge about the place before I go there because I want to have this direct experience without having preconceived notion about what it is. And she said, actually, this place that you brought us is called Merlin's throne. And this is considered the most sacred spot, the most powerful place in the entire forest. And she said, I came here a few months ago with a group of girls, and we looked for this place, and it took us 2 hours of hiking, and we were walking different paths before we finally reached it. And rather than taking a long way around to get there, you led us through these stones, and it took us 10 minutes to get there. For me, this was the ultimate teaching from Merlin, who guided us onto his throne, that if you are deeply attuned. You can be tired, you can be exhausted, but if you come and you request this higher guidance, you request the blessing, you invite for your higher self and the angels to lead you, they will often do that. And you can save yourself hours of doing something you don't need to do to shortcut and get to the place where the actual incredible work will take place. So this is my wish for you, to exercise your will and also to listen to these higher subtle clues, subtle invitations, and feel this flow of something greater that is guiding you. This is what I call the middle path, the golden path, where the magic and the will come together. If you like these kinds of stories and you would like to receive more practices from higher guides and from my mystical experiences, please subscribe. Lots of love to you, and I'll see you in the next video.